guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marilisa, and today I have a very informal kind of like catch up of my work in progress or whips, and I am going to just put you guys up to date with what's going on because I've been so bad lately. I have not finished a thing in a long time, and I think if I put these out there, I am accountable of you guys' wrath when I move on to something else and I don't finish anything. But I have one FO that I made it again or back into a whip, and I have one whip that is almost an FO. I have like 3 more rows to go, and one half finished object and a full work in progress. So if that's for you, then keep on watching. There is a say in Puerto Rico that's whippity, and if I'm going to translate it maybe like wee, but I don't know if that is the case. We say that a lot, so I thought it was the perfect name for this kind of episodes when I'm going to talk only or just about whips, where I am right now, what's going on, and then I'm going to do like a focus detail video where I'm going to give you all the details with the needle and colors of the yarn and all that. But let's get into my first work in progress. So my first work in progress is the Cozy Stripes by Shina Billow, and this cardigan was designed for Christina from Chelsea Locks for Rhinebeck this year. And Christina, because I didn't went there, she went ahead and sent me the kit, and I mean squealed when I saw the yarn, which by the way is in this bag. This is all I have left of it, except this one, because this two don't go here, but this is from another project. But it's a mix of fingering and DK weight yarn. Whatever it was fingering, I held it double, or I held it with mohair. So everything that I have here, or half left, is here, and I have a lot. I think I can make another cardigan in my size with whatever I have left. So that's the yarn, and this one is knitted in pieces. I loved actually knitting this because I am now, I read and knit, and I learned how to purl. So that was nice. I can, you know, knit and purl without looking. So I think I read the last two of Throne of Glass, and which is Kingdom of Ash, and I did the tandem read with books 6 and 7, and then I think I read I reread Fourth Wind. So whenever I look into this thing, I'm gonna remember that you know, I was reading this and that, which by the way, Throne of Glass, best series ever, no spice whatsoever. But let me tell you, my top book of the year was from Throne of Glass, Zero Spice. The books are so good. Anyway, back to the cardigan. I went ahead and I picked up whatever you know, stitches were suggested, and I thought they were too little. So I went ahead and unraveled that, and I cast, I think it was 20 more stitches that I was supposed to, and it still felt like it was too little stitches, or you know, like I needed a little bit more. I didn't pay attention to my intuition, so I went ahead and I just finished it. I was just like, this is the last step, just do it. And it was pulling. It was not pretty, and I actually thought that this knit deserved to have a beautiful rib, and I went ahead and I unraveled the whole thing. I have 68 grams of the rib yarn, and I think this is what I use. And then I have the second one. So I think if I'm gonna do a double knit you know, rib for this one, I may have just enough. Oh my lord. But I will make sure that, I don't know, okay, like I have not, this is not an FO because I am worried that I'm not gonna have enough, but of course, you know, she has, I believe, Christina has this one in stock, so I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Double knit. You guys know my thought on those. I hate, with passion, with all my black heart, I hate double knitting. It's so time consuming. It was so bad. I complain and complain. I complain all the time. You guys know that, okay? So if you want to hear somebody complain about something, just go to my Instagram. I'll be complaining about something. But let me tell you, when I finished it up and I'm at work, I was like, seriously, it was worth every single breath of complaint that came out of my mouth. It was that beautiful, and I think this one needs the same thing. So I unravel it. I need to just cast it on and then just do it, and then just weave all the ends. There's a bunch of ends here, and I started, but it's just kind of, you know, boring. I may need to, I don't know, just go on a trip or something, and then just take a darning needle and then just go ahead and do it, because I tried the braid method, you know, starting braiding from top to bottom, and they are too far apart to do that. So I need to do it old-fashioned way. So that's so frustrating. But that is the cozy stripe and where I am stand at. I think I put this on, I wear it all the time in my house, because, you know, it's done but it's not done. It is pretty, and one of the cuffs is too tight. I believe it's the right one. Yes, it's the right one, because I cannot have anything tight on my right hand. So I noticed that the right cuff, it was too tight, so I need to go ahead and just let go a little bit of the stitches, because I have a long tail. So I think if I just like move the stitches, just, you know, like whatever weave I did, and I did what is the bind off? I don't know, whatever bind off that everybody hates. I hate it as well. I hate it so much that I don't remember the cast off, but it's that pretty one. Yeah, so I need to just go ahead and let the stitches just make them not out of sight, whatever that word is, okay, just whatever. But I cannot wait to wash this blocket and just use it. I mean, perfect spring palette. Okay, let's move on to whip number 2. My next whip is the Coorie in Poncho by Amy Palco, and I am making 2, and I have 2 whips. I'm going to talk to you all about the number 1, which is the one that I started using, the Chelsea Locks Advent from 2023, and I am on the last freaking leg. I am on the rib, and I have around 5 more rows to go, but let me tell you something. I don't have enough yarn. I have 4 more rows plus the bind off, which I want to do like a nice one. So I need to find some yarn that is quite similar to that one. And I thought, I am making some socks, and for the love of God, that it looks so damn similar, but except we don't have the green. That makes sense. So that looks quite similar. I'm using this one for another whip, and I just noticed, and I was just like, okay, nice to know. And I am like right there just using it, and I think I have to do one more repeat with that. Oh no, I don't think so. Woo! Oh, okay, so I can finish that out and use this. Oh, that's a good alternative, because I do, let me show you. I do have a bag of my minis. It's quite embarrassing. I love my minis. I mean, hello. Let me show you right now. So I have it divided in bags. So this one is from a Homespoon house, and pretty much all are from the, I am a member of her Patreon, and she sent us every single month for my tier a little itty bitty it's like a 10 grams, so you get 30 grams of yarn. And I mean, hello, I guess one day I'm just gonna get all these out, and I'm gonna do like a stripy or scrappy kind of sweater. So that is a Homespoon homespun. These, I think these are from last year, Chelsea, if I'm not mistaken, Advent. Yes, I think that's what it is. And then these are random. So here I have, no, these are Sweet Skein Oh Mine. And I have a huge bag of her stuff. These are the random ones. So the random ones, I have Skein Cocaine and stress knits in here. So that's bag number 4. And then I have these kits that I bought from a homespun house. And these are like 10. They're so cute. But however, these are the bag from Chelsea Lux. And I think, and I like the Advent. Sorry, I know, so loud. But I like to pick the sparkly Advent. So for me, if I'm going to pick a yarn, it has to be sparkly, right? So I think right now that one that I'm using is the most similar, because all these, they don't look like it. I think it's just that one. It needs to be that one. Okay, so I'm just going to finish. Okay, I'm going to talk about that later. I'm going to talk about that later. Where am I? Because I need to rip that out right away, because I need to finish. Anyway, so I am back to the Coorie in Poncho. I am on the row number 5, and I need to do 4 more, like I said. I am on color 17. So I know Christina, we did this kind of like body knit and body read. And she did 21 colors, and I actually have more stitches than I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to have X amount, and I have like 20 something more. So I was a little bummed out. But after talking to Amy, and I told her I have more stitches, and I have like 1 quadrant, I have like 1 more stitch than it's supposed to. She said that it was quite forgiving if you make a mistake. So this is a great knit to, like, mindless knit. I love it. The only thing that I have to say, I have made so many mistakes, but I love it regardless. So I started by doubling my yarn, and then when I started with the body, I added mohair. And right now you see this mohair, you can tell where I changed mohair. But I show my friend Maria, she has no clue on what anything is, right? Like one of those like normal pedestrian who doesn't know what knitting is. She appreciated though. She was like, I cannot see it. I'm like, if you cannot see it, I probably should not be too concerned that. I don't know if it's the content of the mohair that I use here is different from the bottom, or if this one is like the weight is different, or maybe the manufacturer is different. I only know that she didn't know. She couldn't look at it. Like she couldn't like. She was like, what? But this is the same person that told me that color work was you know, that ugly side. If you remember that story from last week. So anyway, right now I am holding a Snow White mohair with that yarn, and then I am almost done with this Sterlina. I know. I know Christina sent me a bunch, but let me tell you, I forgot to change the Sterlina as I move through colors, and I just kept this one. So I used this one for, I think, the Poncho, the cardigan, so I didn't want it to go to waste, and I have used these two together at all times. And then I am doing 8 rows, and that's what I was saying about how many colors Christina used. I think she used 21. I am on 17 because she did 6 rows and I did 8. So that's definitely why I did 2, like, you know, I have less colors, and I was so disappointed because I wanted to do color 19 so badly. And you guys know, if you watch my Vlogmas, I was like, I want to open color 19, and sure enough, I didn't use it. So I will probably use this later on, but that is Wip number 1, and let me show you guys number 2 because it's, oh no, whip number 3, Coorie and Poncho number 2. Let me show you. Whip number 3 and Coorie and Poncho number 2 that I have on my needles right now is this one using a Homespun House Advent from 2023. I thought about making another sweater, and when I read the little card that says that it was a fade, I was like, I definitely, and I love myself a poncho. Like, I love ponchos. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna cast on another one. And I am loving it. I am on color number 10. And I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful. I think I have made all the mistakes on the other one, and this one I'm just like being a little bit more, you know, it's the second time doing it. So I definitely, I have learned from my mistakes, let's put it that way. For this one, I am, instead of doing what I did with the other one, which I cast it on the rib with, you know, using 2 strands of the same color, I went ahead and I did it single stranded with the Advent, and I've been holding throughout this Ito mohair, and this one is in the color, I said I was not going to do too many details, but this is a color blush, and let me tell you, this yarn, it's the first time I have used this mohair. This one was $16. Hold on, so this one is $16. It's 20 grams instead of being like 25, which is like kind of like the norm. It's 20 grams, so, or 262 yards, and this one is 60% mohair and then 40% silk, and I love it. I bought 2 of those, and I am about to change mohair number 1. So that is the update. Loving how the colors are blending. What I'm doing here, and I did on the other one, I do, so I started with, I think I did 6 rows, and then I introduced the, you know, the new color, and I did 1 strand or 1 row, and then I went back to the previous color, did 1 row, and then I did 6 rows of the second color. So for each color I have 8 in between the blending, right? Because I blended at the beginning, at the end, just kind of alternating for a couple of rows. In this ones are kind of similar. You cannot see where I changed the yarn, but here you can tell where I did the blending, but I don't think from far away you're gonna notice. So I'm taking my time on this one. I definitely want to, you know, just take my time, and I love this pattern because it's just so mindless and so forgiving. Like Amy said, that if I am on a road trip or I am reading, they are a great pattern for those mindless moments. So that's that. Let me talk to you all about my last whip, and I have a hoe, or I have a finished object, and these are the Herding Cats by Stone Knits, and I started this a long time ago. I think it was like March or something like that. She published this pattern, and because I love my cat so much, I went ahead and I bought it, and I don't know the names of any of this yarn. This is the main yarn that I'm using for the body, and then I have a bunch of minis. Let me show you. I have 6 minis. What? Telling you, 6 minis here that I am using for the body of the cat. When I was right here and I finished, I think I was mid green cat, where I thought I needed 1 more repeat, and I'm trying my best to keep myself organized by doing in progress notes, and you know, or kind of like documenting, because last year I started knitting sewing journal together, and then midway I was like not into it, not documenting anything. So I thought, oh my god, I need another repeater of the damn cats before I cast this off. But I tried it on, and let me tell you, I definitely have some tension issues here. This feels so so good. But then when I went to pass it through, you know, like bring my foot in, this row was so tight. I couldn't, I thought I was gonna rip it off. So, or, you know, like ripped it because I was, you know, forcing it. This one is quite tight, and I am going to actually try to stretch it. That one feels kind of like, you know, the tension was like a little too tight. So I'm trying to learn from my mistakes and write every single time I encounter things like that down, so I learn from my mistakes and I document my mistakes. So I finished, I was right here, I noticed that no, I don't need another repeat, I just need to cast off, and I went ahead and I did the toe, and I love it. I am already on number 2, and now that I know that yarn is the one that I need, it's the most accurate for the poncho, I want to go ahead and finish the first cat with that yarn and then use whatever Rembrandt to the poncho, so I can do how many rows I need to do, and no problem. So nice to follow this pattern. I love color work. I love color work. I need to go back to it. I think this is one of the things that I want to go back to it. You guys know I talked and I said that I was never ever gonna do color work in my life again, and that was, you know, and I'm gonna eat my words, okay, with a big spoon, because I want to go back to color work. I think it's just so, I don't know, I just miss it. I cannot read when I am doing color work, but this is the perfect scratch project, you know, kind of like scratch that itch. I did talk about my journal, and this is my journal for my knitting, and I wanted to show you guys briefly because I wanted to be creative. I just pasted a bunch of like paper in there, kind of like a collage, but the most important thing here is this little piece of paper, and what I have in here is pretty much what I want to document, you know, project wise. So I want to document, of course, pattern, and I want to have the image and, you know, the size that I am making, if that applies, and then the supplies. I want to have the ball band, you know, the weight, how many skeins that I use, probably the price that I pay for whatever, the needles, and whatever notions. That's not too important, the notions, but you never know. And then I want to make sure that I have in progress notes, and then post progress, pretty much they're gonna blend together, because I mean, what else can you say after doing the in progress? And then you know, start and end day, because the ball band and all that is down there. And then I want to do kind of like a mood board per month. So this is the one from January, and I love this. So this is pretty much what I love this month, right? So zigzags, I love them, and I went ahead and I printed the, you know, little images, and I did the name on each, and then here I have a couple of color works that I'm loving. So this cardigan, the Carly, I want to make it so bad. So pretty much whenever I move to February, I'm going to bring those. Maybe I will take one out. Probably this one is going to move with me. This one is going to move to February, and then this one. So I will kind of like see what I like and don't like, because sometimes, you know, a new pattern comes out. I love it. If I place it in here and I, you know, go ahead and look through, I will remember, oh, I remember I like that. Because I do pin them in my Ravelry and then I forget. Anyway, and also here I have a little kind of like, you know, whatever, notes. And here I did the to-do for the month of January, which by the way I have not finished, which is I want to finish my 2 ponchos, and I want to fix the cozy cardigan, or the cozy stripes. So reknit and block. So those I am probably going to move 1 or 2 to next month. So I know before I start anything, you need to focus on that. And then you know, wishful knitting, I want to start colorwork sweater and add more cardigans. And then I want to do a zigzag. So pretty much what I have out there, I put it in writing. And then I have only documented for the herding cats. And what I did, I printed a picture of the actual pattern with the little cat, and then my version. And I am missing my cat, okay? So I need to sit her down. Damn socks somehow. Needs to have some bribing in there. And I added a little bit of yarn in there. I want to probably move this to the side, so whenever I keep on adding yarn, it's not gonna be too you know, thick. And then I did add some in progress notes in here, and then here I added all the info, so what size I did, what needle size and the yarn. And then here I have the chart. So I have the chart there, so whenever I'm working on, instead of like whipping the, you know, pattern out, I just go ahead, bring it up, clip it, and I have my little chart there. So that's super cute. And what I did, I just printed the chart and made it small into 50%, because that one you can do that. And then I pasted some like a kind of like a vellum kind of paper on you know, on the back. And then I went ahead and I did like a photo corner so I can hold it up. So I plan to add more in progress pictures, or probably whatever I find cute. And then I will fill this up. I have to work on the Coorie in Poncho, and I went ahead and I the kit came in with a card. So then I ordered something else, and it came up with another one of those Chelsea, New York, you know, yeah, it was just like a card. Anyway, so what I did, I took out the tree, and I outlined, you know, kind of like took the, what is it, negative space out of it. So I highlighted the pretzel, whatever, and then I cut the little car out. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to tape it here, and I'm going to probably cover this with pretty paper, and I'm going to have a picture of the Coorie in Poncho right here with the details. So whenever I paste this on my journal, you see, instead of like knitting, look what I'm doing. Anyway, so whatever I am going to, you know, or like, you know, for my project page, I'm gonna have this like a little cute little thing. I love it. So you guys know, yes, I should be knitting. I know, don't tell me. So that's that. Those are my whips. And now that I'm talking about my journals, I made you know, I made a couple of, or I'm making sure that I am documenting everything. So I have one for my sewing, and then this is for my books. So sewing wise, I noticed that I am not that creative. I did the same thing. I did, you know, what I want to document in every single project. Pattern, image size, supplies and materials, sewing machine settings, which it sounds like the stupidest thing, but let me tell you, when you do a zigzag, okay, and you have to mimic that the next day, and you don't remember the settings, it's gonna be documented here. If it's not documented here, Marilisa, you have problems, which I do anyway. So in progress notes and post progress notes, and then, you know, fabric, image, whatever. So I have my intentions in here, and I want to do the same thing that I'm doing on my kind of like, instead of doing it monthly, maybe I want to just talk, well, I think I'm gonna do it monthly. I have suck at January. This is my progress in January, but I want to add whatever I need here. So the other day I was just like, I need a corset. Why is not here? Okay, because I'm gonna forget tomorrow. So I need a corset. I'm gonna look it up on Pinterest. I'm going to, you know, get an image and then paste it here. And I remember, hey, what about the corset? Because right now I don't have a whip sewing wise. And one of my intentions for 2024 is to have a whip at all times. So right now in January, I am sucking at my intentions. But if you see here, I am very clinical when it comes to my sewing. I need to have more fun. Probably that's what I need. I need to have more fun with my sewing, and I will, you know, I don't know, just like, I've been sewing for so long. I've been sewing for 40 plus years, so that's why probably I'm like, whatever. I don't know why I'm so clinical with my sewing. And then this one, if you follow me on Instagram, you have seen it. It's my reading journal. I am on book 12. I just finished one today, and then I am having the best time doing my little reviews. Look at that. I am loving it. So that's that, and I just wanted to show you guys quickly my journals, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll see you guys next week. I hope I am finished with my ponchos. Until next week, happy knitting.